NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school volleyball, where the Fairlawn Jets will take on the Russia Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Borchers Family Floor Center, and NK Telco. Scoreboard sponsor tonight is First National Bank. Keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor is Precision Strip. And the player of the game is brought to you by NK Telco. Russia Live View sponsor is Superior Aluminum. Welcome again, everyone. This is Tim Kearns along with Tanya Hammonds, bringing you the action tonight from Russia's Claire Cinevo Gymnasium as the Russia Raiders play host to the Fairlawn Jets. The Jets come into Russia led by their head coach Ashley Miller and assistant coach Stacy Hamaker. The Jets are 4-0 on the season. Overall, they are 1-0 in the Shelby County Athletic League and probably the hottest team in the Shelby County Athletic League right now. The Jets are coming off a 12-13 season from last year and have only lost 2 starting seniors to graduation from that team. They have their three top scorers returning in Ellie Hinman, Maya Hulskamp, and Addison Swearingen. As well, they have junior setter Aubrey Judy, who returns with the team leading 376 assists last year. She has 42 on this young season. The Jets also bring back junior Haley Cox, sophomore outside hitter Cassie Heath, and sophomore middle hitter Zandria Piper. Looking forward to see what the Jets bring to Russia tonight as they come off a 5-set win over Houston last Thursday and a 3-set win over Riverside on Saturday. Tanya, what do you expect to see from the Fairlawn Jets tonight? What are their Keyhole Pizza keys to the game?
Thanks, Tim. Tonight the Jets need to bring strong net play. The Raiders have some dominant hitters in Carly Scott and Ronnie Pulling. They need to stay in the match early, not get down and have to work from behind to pull out a win. And third, they need to have good first contacts. They need to serve, receive well, and if there is an attack, they need to pick it up and keep attacking after them.
Okay, let's now take a look at the host team tonight, the Russia Raiders. They are led by 8th-year head coach Aaron Watkins and his assistant coach David Strunk. The young Raiders are now 2-2 on this season, 0-1 in Shelby County League play after a tough 3-2 loss at Jackson Center last week and a good bounce-back 3-1 victory at Versailles on Saturday. The Raiders depend heavily on their senior outside hitter Ronnie Pulling, who leads the team in kills with 58 and blocks with 16, and also senior outside hitter and defensive specialist Carly Scott with 40 kills and 57 digs. The Raiders are also seeing good things out of their first-year varsity setter, senior Emma Daypour with 42 assists, and freshman Ava Gibson with 69 assists. Junior outside hitter Emma Mullenkamp with 11 kills and 8 blocks, and freshman outside hitter Celeste Borchers also with 11 kills and 4 blocks. The team is serving at a 90% clip and has a total of 24 aces on the year. But as we saw, Tanya, from the loss last week to New Bremen, they do struggle against top servers as they did against New Bremen's top servers last week in their serve-receive game. Tanya, what do you expect to see from the Raiders tonight? What are their Keyhole Pizza keys to the game?
So last week against New Bremen, when the Raiders served aggressively, they matched them point for point, losing by I think 25-17 the one and maybe 25-20 the other game. So when they do serve aggressive, they can stay in the game. They need to continue to spread their offense out. Ronnie Pulling and Cardi Scott are fantastic hitters, but they do need to rely on some of their other hitters, like you mentioned, Emma Mullenkamp and Celeste Borcher. So they need to spread their offense out and keep everybody engaged in the game. And just like the Jets, they need to serve receive well too. Just like you said, you can't go up against a team like New Bremen and not serve receive well. I don't know that the Jets are that kind of caliber. We'll see, but hopefully they can serve receive well and start attacking right off the bat.
All right, thanks, Tanya. Again, we've got the Jets visiting Russia for the second game for both teams in Shelby County Athletic league play. Jets 1-0 and Raiders 0-1. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll be back for the starting lineups and tonight's match here on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back again, everyone, to NK Telco's broadcast of high school volleyball. This is Tim Kearns, along with Tanya Hammonds, bringing you the action tonight. We'd like to go with our starting lineups right now. For the Fairlawn Jets, number 4 junior Maya Hulskamp, number 6 senior Addison Swearingen, number 8 junior Aubrey Judy, number 11 senior Ellie Henneman, number 22 freshman Maddie Miller, and number 26 sophomore Cassie Heath. The libero tonight for the Fairlawn Jets is number 32 senior Julie Hulskamp. For the Marushi Raiders, number 1 freshman Celeste Borchers, number 2 senior Carly Scott, number 4 senior Ronnie Poling, number 8 freshman Ava Gibson, number 10 sophomore Cora Dosek, and number 11 junior Emma Mullenkamp. For the Raiders tonight, number 0 sophomore Courtney Flippo is their libero. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the second Shelby County action for both teams. Again, we said at the beginning, Fairlawn is 1-0 in league play, along with the Fort Laramie Redskins. They are 1-0. Jackson Center Tigers are 1-0. Anna Rockets are 0-1. Houston 0-1. And the Raiders 0-1 with that loss to Jackson Center last week. So we'll get ready for the tip-off here. Tanya, should be a pretty exciting game and kind of set the tone for another week here, of at least for both Russia and Fairlawn. Going into 3 of the next 4 games will be county games for both teams.
Yeah, this should be an exciting one. Ashley Miller's done a fantastic job of continuing to grow her program and the Fairlawn tradition that it's been for years. You know, you always knew they were going to be good in volleyball, that's for sure, and she's continuing that tradition, and now I'm sure she's super excited. She has some skin in the game. She's got a kid on the team now, so that is super exciting, and we look forward to a great match by both squads.
All right, we've got checks on the floor for our starting lineups. Rushi's Courtney Cox comes in. The Raiders get the ball to start things off here, and it will be number 8, freshman Ava Gibson, starting things out for the Raiders and starting the game out here today. As Fairlawn goes to the outside, Rushi Raiders up there to tip it back. Fairlawn again goes to the far side. Raiders pick it up. Gibson, back set. Mullenkamp, that's blocked out of bounds. Raiders get the first point. We'll look for a lot of action again. Junior number 8, Judy, is the setter for Fairlawn. Here she comes, going to the far side. Tough little set. Doesn't make it over the net. That was number 6, senior Addison Swearingen, trying to get to that ball, and it's the Raiders 2-0, and Gibson continues to serve for Russia. And there's the first service error of the night. It goes to the Raiders. It's 2-1 Russia. Number 32, Julia Hulskamp, senior libero, goes back to start serving for the Jets. Gibson back set to Mullenkamp. That's called on the line. A little bit of disbelief from some of the Fairlawn, but Raiders line judge calls it in. It's 3-1. I just noticed something, Tanya. We don't have Al put off on the corner. For anybody that's been to Rushi volleyball games in the last 10 years, there's always Al put off in the varsity corner. Calling line.
Absolutely. Al did a fantastic job.
And
I would not be surprised if you saw Al late in the season coming out of retirement because he does such a good job and he's very confident in his call. And, you know, when you've got a Larmy or a Jackson or a New Bremen or somebody playing, you know, in your home floor, you want the best there, and you don't want anybody to be screaming at him. So Al can handle himself.
With that, an ace there by number 6, Addison Swearingen. And then she puts it in the net and ties things back up. It's 4-4 here early in the first. Raiders go with number 0 in the rotation now. Courtney Flippo to serve. Fairlawn at the nets. There's a joust. I believe they called her over the middle line. Raiders get the point. 5-4. Rushi back on top. Flippo, nice jump serve. That's going to be an ace. Young sophomore with a nice aggressive jump serve there.
Serving is the name of the game right now. We've had 3 service errors and 3 aces in this 10-point game so far.
Fairlawn does pick that one up. They go to the middle to Heyman, and that's a nice block by the Raiders. Together there on the net, Poling and Dosek. And it's 7-4 Rushi on a minor run here, 4-point run. Another nice deep serve. Fairlawn overpass but wins the joust, and the Raiders get it back over. Nice play there on the Rushi side. Here comes Fairlawn to the middle. Henneman tipped by Rushi, picked up. Then Fairlawn scrapping, one from the back row. 3 ball for the Raiders. Gibson to the middle, pulling nicely, blocked by Henneman. The Raiders just going to dink this one over. As well the Jets. Raiders free ball. Gibson near side, and that's too hard. Celeste Borchers couldn't get on top of that one. Sends it long. It's 7-5.
Ashley Miller must have a ton of confidence in Henman because she was single blocking Ronnie Poling in that rotation, and you know they had everybody there to dig if they needed to. So you know she did a great job timing Ronnie up, and they had the defenders there to cover.
With that, some substitutes on the Raider side. In comes senior Emma Daypour. Number 3, senior Sam Bell. Raiders up 6-5. Henneman on the side. Raiders pick it up. Far side, Bell. Raiders on the attack again, going to the middle. That was cut. That's called wide. And that's overruled by the up judge. Actually called a tip.
That was the right call.
So the Raiders get the point. It's 9-5 Rushi. Daypour to serve again. Raiders pick it up in the middle, Poling. And Fairlawn's not going to be able to catch up to that one. It goes out off of a diving Fairlawn jet. It's 10-5 Rushi.
We see all this scrapping happening here that you mentioned, and I don't know if you had the opportunity, if anybody's had the opportunity to see the video of the Raiders that Coach Watkins had posted from the Jackson Center game last week, and that was phenomenal. And I think that's what we're going to see more. We're not going to see the dominant kills, with the exception, I think, from Poling that we saw in the New Bremen game, but we're going to see that scrap play, and that's just as enjoyable to watch. I stand corrected. Celeste Borchers just had a good kill, so, you know, she can prove me wrong all night long. That's fine.
Raiders pick up the point. It's 11-6, and Ronnie Poling back to serve. Also with the big jump serve. Here comes Fairlawn. They go far side, and that's set just a little bit too far. between Judy and Maya Hulskamp. Can't pick it up. It's 12-6 Russia. That's forcing the Jets to take their first timeout, a precision strip timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them here on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to NK Telco Sports. This is Tim Kearns alongside Tanya Hammonds, and the Raiders are up.
Yeah, she stepped on the line.
Called a foot fault.
Yep.
Up judge and the line judge both caught that one.
The previous serve that she had, she threw it high and kind of behind her, and she kind of made contact back here, and I think she tried to do a better job of getting it out in front of her and hit the line.
But with that, nice pickup by the Jets. Raiders coming near side. Scott, another almost nice pickup by the Jets. A little too heavy there for Hulskamp in the back row. And it's a kill by Carly Scott. The Raiders up 13-7. The Jets not able to handle that one. Nice aggressive serving there by number 1 freshman Celeste Borchers. 14-7 Russia. Another hard jump
Very
serve.
nice.
Picked up better this time. Judy to the far side. To Hulskamp. Raiders pick it up. Scott down the line, and that's good. Maybe a little miscommunication on the Jet side. Judy turned around thinking she would have had someone to help her out, but didn't. It's 15-7 Raiders. And there's another nice serve by the Raiders side. It's 16-7. Raiders on a small 3-point run here. Jackson needs to find an answer, or rather, Jets need to find an answer, and they do. Nicely done there. Judy to Hulskamp for a nice kill, and that stops the run. It's 16-8. The Raiders just get this one over. Judy, far side, picked up by Russia. Just going to get it over. Scott does. Judy again to Swearingen. Blocked at the net. Hulskamp denied by Muhlenkamp. A lot of camps out there now. Got to keep them straight. 2 Hulskamps on the one side and Muhlenkamp on the other. We'll try and keep things organized here. The Raiders take that one at 17-8. Jets just get it over. Miscommunication on the Raider side. And there's a point.
I believe Ava Gibson should have let that one go. I mean, when the ball's coming at you, you want to take it, but she's got to get the net for the second ball, and that's where they had a little bit of a hiccup.
Julia Hulskamp back to serve for Jets. Gibson goes to the middle to Scott. Nicely done. Quick set. And the kill by the senior number 2, Carly Scott. Now she goes back to serve for the Raiders.
That's a hard ball to attack when you're coming and you're coming from over your right shoulder to try to attack that ball.
A little too heavy on the jump serve. That goes long. It's 18-10. Here come the Raiders. Nicely done to Pulling in the middle.
This is where the Raiders need to capitalize. When Ronnie Pulling is in the front row and They got to keep her there. They got to make some runs here.
Comes Judy, far side. We're going to call over the center line. On the Jets, it's 20-10. Rushi. Fairlawn calls the precision strip timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them here on NK Telco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to NK Telco Sports. Rushi Raiders lead the Fairlawn Jets 20-0 here in the first game, and there's an ace by Courtney Filippo, the sophomore libero for the Raiders. It's 21-10 Rushi. This one picked up by the Jets. Going to bring it over, free ball for the Raiders. Up to Gibson. Gibson coming near side to Borchers. Just gets it to roll over the top of the net. Jets number 11. Ellie Hinman was right there, tried to stop it, but couldn't get enough behind that ball. Raiders up 22-10. Jets need to find an answer here. Stop the slide. Just going to get this one over. Gibson goes middle, pulling. She finds a little bit of resistance, but not enough at the net, and it's a kill.
When she has the opportunity, when she's on the net hitting in that situation, on the left side of the court, the Jets were back a little bit further. So she has the opportunity to tip to her left because they were double blocking her in that situation.
There's a nice combination. Judy to Henneman. Raiders unable to block it. Falls on their side. It's 23-11. The Jets trying to fight back in this one. We're here in the first set. The first game of tonight's match. There's a little missed timing on the far side from the Raiders. Cora Dosek couldn't connect with that one. It goes in the net. It's 23-12 Rushi. Judy continues to serve for the Jets. Gibson, that one gets a little too close to the net. Coaches can't get to it. That's another point. 23-13. Judy again for Fairlawn. It's been picked up a little bit better by the Raiders. Borcher's going to just get this one over. Raiders let that one slip in front of Carly Scott. It's 23-13, or 23-14 rather. Fairlawn 9, a small run here, and Judy serves again. Dosek just gets it over. Judy. Far side. Raiders pick it up with a nice tip at the Borcher's blocked back nicely there by Hinman. They're going to call number one in the net anyways. On the Raiders side, Celeste Borchers.
Hinman does a really good job of reading her attacker.
Raiders. Another miscue. It's 23-16. Fairlawn on a 5-point run since Judy's gone back to serve. And there's an error on the service. Gives us set point at 24-16. Senior Emma Dayport in to serve for the Raiders. Judy, back set. Hinman. And there's a nice kill again. Hinman had a nice showing here late here in the first game. It's 24-17 Rushi. Raiders just get this one over. Judy serves, and that hits the up post. It's out of bounds. And that first game goes to Russia, 25-17. With that, we'll take a commercial break and be right back with the second game of tonight's match here on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Welcome back to NK Telco Sports. Broadcast of high school volleyball. We're at Russia High School. The Jets visiting. Additional broadcast replay information for you out there. NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NK Telco Cable or NK.TV. Channel 156 tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Channels 3 and 503 on the cable on September 7th at 5 p.m. and September 9th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd also like to thank our additional sponsors, CarriageWorks, Chiltech LCC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Fuels Camp Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, and WSCM Radio. So here we go, Tanya, with the second game. Raiders win the first 25-17. Molenkamp hits that long, and the Jets get the first point of the second game. And the Raiders, Gibson goes to the middle. Nicely picked up. Judy far side for Hulskamp. Raiders scrambling. Going to get this one over. Hulskamp again. Raiders with a free ball. Back set to Molenkamp. And that's a nice kill over there for the junior on the right side. And that ties things at 1-1. Sends senior Carly Scott back to serve for the Raiders. Judy, back set. Nicely picked up by the Raiders. In the center.
Nice.
Pulling with a nice little dink. Just over the blockers. And the Raiders go 2-1 here in the second game.
When Polling's winding up to hit, you're back on your heels waiting for it, and she just took a little bit off of it and dumped it right in the middle.
Another nice hit on the far side by Molenkamp from the Raiders. It's 3-1 Russia. Judy, far side to Hinman. Gibson to the middle again to Poling. Nicely picked up there. Jets just going to get it over. Raiders try again. Gibson. Back set. Molenkamp. Judy. To Hulskamp. Picked up again. Gibson. Back set. Scott. Nicely done. Found a nice gap in the back row there. It's 4-1 Russia here in the second game.
The Raiders that did a nice job of spreading things out and spreading their offense out. I think Emma Molenkamp has swung at it 3 or 4 times in this set, and I don't know that she swung more than once in the game before, in the set before.
Outside Hulskamp, nice cut there at the net. Oh, and Raiders unable to tip that one into the line. I think that was Ronnie Poling. Thought she saw a gap, pushed it too far. Wide right, it's 4-2. Russia leads. And that'll send number 6, Addison Swearingen, back to serve, the senior outside hitter for Fairlawn. Nicely done. Raiders come near side. Well picked up there by Fairlawn. Not handled, and there's a kill. Goes to number 26, Cassie Heath. 4-3, Russia leads here. A little misplay there by the Raiders, and it's tied up now, 4-4. Fairlawn on a 3-point run with Hulskamp back in service. Raiders just going to get this one over. Judy, far side, again to Heath. Raiders going to pick it up. Just get it over, free ball, no, it goes too far. And with that 4-point rally, it's 5-4. Fairlawn takes the lead here in the second game. Swearingen continuing to serve. That ends it. Nice quick set to Poling in the middle. Nothing you can do about that.
No.
It's 5-5.
Hedman didn't have an opportunity to get up there to block her.
Russia sophomore Flippo back to serve. Judy to Henneman in the middle. Tipped back by the Raiders. Judy far side to Heath. She cuts down the line. Nicely done by the outside hitter. 26, Cassie Heath, the sophomore.
She cut that super sharp. That would had to be right on.
That gives Fairlawn the 6-5 lead, and that ace gives them a 7-5 lead. Junior, number 8, Judy. Aubrey Judy, nice serving tonight. Raiders just going to get this one over. Fairlawn's Heath blocked at the net that time. Poling wasn't having any of it. She tried to dink that one over. The senior number 4, Ronnie Poling, right there with a nice block. It's 7-6, Jets lead. Daypore in for the Raiders to serve. Judy far side. That hits the post. Maddie Miller tried to cut the corner there and got the up post out of bounds at 7-7.
Well, Raider freshman Violet Armstrong was covering the corner really well, so there's no way she could send it there. So she did try to cut it a little too sharp and hit the upright.
There's a service error by the Raiders. Gives the Jets the 8-7 lead here in the second game. Raiders take the first. Number 11, Hendon back to serve. And that was misplayed there by the Raiders. Nice ace. Ellie Hinman, senior outside hitter for the Jets.
Nice save.
Nice save there. Dayport just able to get a hand on it. And
is that considered a kill? Since you're at the net?
You're at the net. It goes over and hits the ground. We'll see how the books look officially. But
I won't even be close.
Jackson hanging in there. Here's another overhit. The Raiders scrambling but can't do anything. Nice play on the Jet side on that overpass. It's 10-8. Fairlawn in the lead. Cassie Heath back to serve. Raiders struggling here with serve receive, and there's another one they won't get over. It's 11-8. Sophomore Heath serving again. Raiders come near side to Scott this time, and it finds the floor. Stops the run. It's 11-9.
You know, Coach Watkins gave Cardi Scott a break in the back row by bringing in Violet Armstrong. So maybe she's got a little bit more power, more left in the tank to be able to explode. I was watching her during warm-ups, and she was really exploding to the ball when she was attacking.
The service there by the Raiders. It's 12-9. Fairlawn. Here she goes to the middle to Scott, and that one finds the floor. Another kill for the senior. It's 10-12. The Jets lead here. In comes number 8, Ava Gibson, the freshman to serve. She'll take the setter's duties. Miss hit nicely picked up by the Jets. Nice scramble. Here's Gibson. Near side to Scott. Tipped at the net nicely by the Jets. Here comes Hulskamp right into the blockers and down on the Raiders side. It's 13-10. Fairlawn on the aggressive side today, or this second game. Here comes Julia Hulskamp. Center to Scott, and there's another kill. It's 11-13. Jets continue to hold about a 2 or 3 point lead here, but that breaks it. An ace off the top of the net from Scott.
Out of the 12 Raider points that they have in this set, 9 of them on my tally are kills. So that means they're attacking hard at the net like Coach Watkins wanted them to do.
Nice block there by the Raiders. Hinman tried to cut that one, but wasn't going to go past Molenkamp and Poling. And Raiders now tie it up on this nice little mini run, but a service error gives the point to the Jets and the ball to the Jets. Number 6, Addison Swearingen, senior outside hitter. She's had a couple serving runs here. See what she can do. Raiders go to the middle of the pulling. Nicely picked up. That's out. Almost nicely picked up in the back corner there by Hulskamp. A little too strong across the net and out of bounds. It's tied back up at 14. Flippo for the Raiders. Overpass, and Poling puts that down. Judy on the Jet side tried to do something about it, but that's a tough one to stop no matter what. 15-14 Raiders back on top here in the second. Jets go far side to Heath. Gibson, center. Misset that one, too close to the net. Poling couldn't get to it. It falls on the Raiders side and ties things up at 15. Aubrey Judy back to serve. And there's another ace going right after number 6, Violet Armstrong. Freshman just came in. And I imagine Judy was instructed to go right after her. This time, however, she goes after Poling. Poling in the middle. Picked up by the Jets. Heath gets it over and gets the kill. And ties, it takes the lead to 17-15. Jets back up by 2 here in the second. on this service error. Aubrey Judy, number 8. That in comes Emma Daypor, senior. She'll serve and take the setting duties now for the Raiders. Judy, back set. Hinman, Raiders at the net.
Oh, wow.
What a play.
Nice pickup by Bell and put away by Poling.
The athleticism and strength there of Poling, just reaching up with that right hand and knocking it down the line, and ties things at 17. Judy goes far side. Raiders pick it up. This time it's Celeste Borchers for the Raiders in the kill.
With the perfect pass, that allowed Emma Dayport to square her shoulders up and get a perfect set out to Celeste Borchers for the kill.
Judy back set. Hinman. Raiders pick it up. Poling. It's tipped, but it falls. Raiders up 19-17. Back and forth this whole second set. Far side Miller, and that finds the floor. Nice kill by number 22, freshman Maddie Miller. That's 19-18 Raiders lead. Hinman to serve for the Jets. Nice save by the Raiders. Here's Heath just going to get it over. Free ball for Rushi. Back set. Bell can't get on top of that one, into the net. Ties things up at 19. We are tied again. Got about 4 or 5 ties here in this second set. Nobody can pull away. Raiders just going to get this one over. It's a free ball. Far side Henneman. She can't quite get to that back row attack. It's 20-19 Rushi.
Well, in that scenario there, Henman was trying to be aggressive and try to make something happen, and I just don't think she was in position to be able to do that at that time, but she had the right mindset.
Rushi with a serving error there from Ronnie Poling. This time not a jump serve. Trying to change things up. It sends it long. It's tied at 20. Dayport near side. Scott. That's going to be looking here. It was tipped out. Down judge says point Rushi. It's 21-20 Raiders.
Line judge and down judge, so we got 2 people calling it.
And Rushi with another service error. And we've tied up again. 21-21. Nobody able to pull away. Bell, that's going to find the floor. Raiders up 1, 22-21.
They were blocking her on the line, I believe, and so she got off the edge of the block to go cross court.
With that rotation, in comes number 8, freshman Ava Gibson. She will serve for the Raiders and take the setting duties. Judy, back set. The Hewells camp just gets that one to touch the line, and we are tied again, 22-22.
I think that's the second time within the last couple plays where a Raider player got sucked in a little bit too far, and the Jets, are trying to hit it a little bit deeper along the line and recorded the kill for it.
Julie Hewellskamp, 32, the senior. Libero, nicely served there. Raiders seeing what they can do. Nobody touches that, it goes out. And Fairlawn finds himself with a 1-point lead. 23-22. Here comes Hewellskamp again. Gibson, center to Scott, blocked. Point, Jets 24-22. with that, the Raiders call a timeout, a precision strip timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them and be right here.
Oh.
We'll be right back.
That said 25-22. And they cleared the scoreboard.
Missed a point?
And I don't know. Like,
somehow,
oh, maybe not. I don't know. A little confused.
I had him 24-22.
There we go.
There we go.
Just ask Tim. He'll tell you. It was 24-22.
They're double checking the scorebooks. Everybody agrees it's 24-22. It was a precision strip timeout for the Raiders. And the Fairlawn Jets are going to try and a 1 point away from taking the second game here and tying this thing up. Serve is over. Raiders go to the middle. Miscommunication. It's a free ball. Here comes Fairlawn, and there they get it that time. Number 6, Allison Swearingen. 25-22. Jets take the second. And with that, we will now take a timeout between games. We are tied up here at Russia. Fairlawn 1, Russia 1, and we'll be right back on NK Telco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to NK Telco Sports broadcast of high school volleyball. We're at Russia, where the Raiders are hosting the Fairlawn Jets. We are tied 1-1. This is Tim Kearns alongside Tanya Hammonds bringing you the action tonight. Raiders took the first one 25-17. Fairlawn took the second one 25-12, and we're underway here. And that's a service error right out of the chute by the Raiders. Looking at the stats, Tanya, we're talking in between there. Russia with 5 service errors, Fairlawn with 1 in that second game, and probably a lot of the difference right there.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, the Raiders had 15 kills, so they're putting the ball away, but when you have that many errors and don't give you an opportunity to be in a game, that's tough.
Fairlawn quickly up 2-0 here in this third game. Raiders go to Scott. Fairlawn picks it up. They go to Huelskamp. That is wide. Or rather, sorry, Swearingen. It's 2-1 Fairlawn. Judy. Back set, Swearingen. Raiders just going to knock this one all the way over. Middle. Russia scrambling, but they can't scramble enough. That's 4 hits. It's 3-1 Fairlawn here in this third game. Russia quick set, a quick hit across, picked up. Here comes Heath. Raiders pick it up. And that's in the net. On Fairlawn side, number 8.
We saw setter Ava Gibson send a first pass over, which that was a good pass. Those are tough to give up. You almost got to set those up for an attack. Wait till the ball gets moving a little bit more, and you got something close, then dump it. You know, that comes from experience, and that comes from playing more. And she's doing a fantastic job as a freshman, and she'll keep getting better and better as she goes through high school.
Raiders Flippo with an ace there, ties things at 3. Judy goes to the middle to Hinman.
Triple block.
Pick it up.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Back set attack, back row attack, picked up nicely. Raiders scrambling. Borchers gets it over. Middle Hinman. Rushi picks it up. They go to pulling, and that finds the floor. Raiders up 4-3 here in the third.
I thought we were going to get our first double call of the game. A set on the Jets that didn't look great to me, but.
Comes Flippo again. Jets scrambling, they're going to get it over. Raiders. Borchers, but she's picked up by the Jets. Gibson goes to the middle to pulling. Cuts it right around the double block there.
Swearingen had a great pickup, and when the set went out, then they're sending a free ball over and allowed the Raiders to then have that attack, as you saw, and pulling just demolishing the ball. That's something they've got to get better at, is being able to use their sets when they have such a good pass.
And there's an ace by Flippo. Raiders now up 6-3 on a little run here. And Fairlawn calls a timeout, a precision strip timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them on NK Telco Sports.
Looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
We're in the third set of tonight's match. It's 1-1. Raiders serving up 6-3. Judy goes to the middle to Hinman. Gibson, back set. Just dinked over there by 26, Cassie Heath. That's kind of stopped. Raiders number 10, Dosek, was well over the center line. I kept waiting for a judge to call it, and they never did.
And you know what? In that situation right there, they all got back with a purpose. And that's the first time I've seen Dosek do that in this game. She sprinted back to behind the 10-foot line to get ready for approach, and then the set wasn't where she wanted it and had to tip it over, and she barely, saved it. Not in our opinion. It would have been over the line, but, you're seeing those things of them getting back to get power in their approach.
And Hinman picked up by the Raiders.
Very nice pickup.
Daypor. And a little dink by Poling finds the floor. Raiders continue their little run here. It's 8-4.
See, right there you had Carly Scott pick up a great kill, or the girl hit it and picked it up nicely. Emma Daypor was square to the net. But Poling, I'm not sure what happened there. She got in front of the ball, so didn't get a good approach, but ultimately ended up with the kill.
Nicely done there by Celeste Borchers. Freshman has a couple nice hits here in this third game. It's 9-4, Rushi. Trying to stretch the lead. Fairlawn needs to battle back here. Picked up by Rushi. Here comes Borchers again. And another kill for the freshman. Raiders up 10-4. Daypor continues to serve. Going with a short serve. Picked up. Just going to go over. Raiders. And Fairlawn just dinking it back and forth. Here's the setup. Going to the middle. Poling right into the hands of
Cassie Heath.
Yeah, Cassie Heath.
She was just standing. She was in the exact position she should have been in. And just, you can't swing at that ball either. She did the right thing by holding her arms right where they were. I'm not sure she did that on purpose because it was coming fast. But unfortunately, it went in the net for her.
Bell with the left hand just gets that one over. 11-12-4 rather.
Samantha Bell has done a fantastic job tonight. She's made a lot of contributions to this team and a couple kills and some super saves.
Come the Jets trying to turn things back around. Miller gets it over, picked up. There's a call, number 4 in the net. Ronnie pulling on the right Raider side. And that does stop the run. It's now 12-5. Ellie Hinman back to serve. Going to try and give Jets a run. Here's their chance. Back row attack. Can't quite make the connection there with Swearingen. Finds the net. It's 13-5 Russia. Pulling with the jump serve. Judy. Russia scrambling. They're just going to get this one over. Here come the Jets. Set up better in the middle. Miss hit though. Hulskamp put that one in the net for the Jets. It's 14-5. And Pulling will continue to serve.
Wow.
And there's huge amount of overspin on that one. Just dropped right in the middle there. Nicely done, Ace. It's 15-5. Fairlawn calls a timeout. We'll take a precision strip timeout with them and be right back on NK Telco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Mr. Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Mr. Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Here in the third set tonight, the Raiders lead 15-5. We are tied 1-1 as they host Fairlawn here in Shelby County Athletic League action. Comes Hulskamp, just gets it over the Raiders. Daypor near side. Scott into the block, but into the floor. Number 4, Maya Hulskamp was right there, but not strong enough to force it back on the Raiders side. It's 16-5.
She's just got to make sure she's penetrating the net because that ball's going to go back because it's coming so hard. It doesn't matter. She's not going to have to push it all. She's got to make sure she gets her hands up there on time.
Raiders Daypor near side to Scott. Off the back row player for the Jets. That was Swearingen back there trying to get to that ball. And it's now 17-5.
Carly Scott's going up. She's really got an explosion happening tonight on her kills or her attacks, I'm sorry.
And there's another one. Scott
maybe
right
not
there.
that one. She just proved me wrong, but.
Little hard to time those overpasses. A mistake there by the back row on the Jets. They're battling to try and get back in this. It's 18-5. They've got to find an answer here to Ronnie Pulling serves. That wasn't the answer. Another dive right at the line. 19-5 Russia.
There just seems like there's been some instances for the Jets and the Raiders that there's been some miscommunication or, and again, it is still early. We're 2 weeks into the season, 2 full weeks going into the third, so that's going to come. You go to a rematch late in the year, when the Raiders have to travel to Fairlawn to see what the difference would be then.
Couple substitutions on the Jet side. Then comes number 2, Coley Christie. Number 28, Peyton McStroth. Looks like everything is reset, and Ronnie Pulling continuing to serve for the Raiders. But this one finds the net.
Good substitution.
Broke up the momentum there a little bit, almost as good as a timeout.
And here we all come.
And we'll substitute back in. Number 6, Swearingen. Number 11, Hinman. 26, Heath. And it will be Heath back to serve. It's 20-6. Russia leading. She goes to the middle. Little dink there. Nicely done.
Very nice.
Once again, number 1, Celeste Borchers, the freshman. That puts Borchers back to serve. And there's an ace. 22-6 Russia. Another ace as she drops that one just over the top of the net. 23-6. Raiders getting the aces, but I think, Tanya, as you said before, Raiders need to spread the offense around, and they're doing that.
Absolutely.
That one's a little heavy. It goes long. Bell's had a couple kills. Borchers a couple. Scott has been right in there and pulling.
Right. And there's a fine line. You want to get it to the person that's going to put the ball away, which essentially is Pulling and Scott. With their maturity, and their level of play that they've had throughout their years in this program, but you also got to help nurture your younger players and mix it up, because if they know it's coming to Scott or Pulling all the time, well, you're just going to set your block there the whole time.
Raiders at set point here. Nicely done there. Number 4, Hulskamp finds a far corner. Maya Hulskamp. 24-8.
That's what happens when you're playing against a team that doesn't have 6-footer, 6'1" girls consistently, across the front line. You get sucked in a lot when you're playing girls of that height and that caliber, and when you're playing girls that are a little bit shorter and don't have the ball coming straight down, you got to play back a little bit, and the Raiders are getting sucked in, which, ultimately they win in this set 25-8, but it, like the last game, it came back to bite them a few times.
As you said, the Raiders do take this third set 25-8 and now lead 2-1 over the Fairlawn Jets. We'll take a precision strip timeout here in between set 3 and 4 and be right back with more high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Today's households are using more connected devices than ever before. TVs are streaming, smartphones are browsing, security cameras are watching, and virtual assistants are, assisting.
You'll need an umbrella today.
As you add more devices, we are constantly improving our technology to deliver the fastest and most reliable internet to your home. So make sure you have enough bandwidth.
Get NK Telco high-speed internet with speeds up to 1 gig. Call 1-888-NK-TELCO today.
NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity volleyball action on NK Telco Cable or NKT.TV app on channels 156 tomorrow at 5:30, or on channels 3 and 503, September 7th at 5, September 9th at 6 p.m. We're back into action here at Russia. The Raiders up 2-1. We're into the fourth set. Fairlawn Jets take a quick 1-0 lead on the serving of Julie Hulskamp. Raiders going to just get this one over. Judy goes far side to Swearingen. Here comes Scott, nicely taken at the net, but second hit not so well done by Jackson. A little bit of an error there in the back row. It falls on the floor. It's tied at 1s. Judy far side, Hinman nicely blocked back by the Raiders. And just going to get this over. Gibson goes back to the middle, into the blocks, but finds the floor on the Jet side. Another kill by Bonnie Pulling. It's 2-1 Russia here in the fourth. That is long. Tied up.
That's
2-2.
one thing the Raiders didn't have the last game near as much. They were at a +3 on serves, where they had 6 aces and 3 airs. So that and their kill percentage was super high in that game.
There's a nice ace. Aubrey Judy, the setter, continuing to serve well for Fairlawn. Another knuckleball picking on Russia's Flippo. 2 in a row there, finds the floor. It's 3-2.
And the set that the Jets won this evening, the Jets had 4 aces, and then the last one, where they scored the least amount of points, they had no aces.
Nicely blocked back by Hinman. It's 5-2. Fairlawn on a roll here. Raiders struggling, not struggling that time. Nicely done, a set in the middle of the polling. 5 cuts the lead to 5-3. Fairlawn. And Flippo back to serve for the Raiders. Judy back sets to Hinman. Raiders scrambling to pick this up. Bowling up off the ground, gets it. Raiders, Borchers. Nicely done.
They're giving Hulskamp a workout tonight. She's doing a fantastic job. Sometimes you run out of gas.
Raiders down 4-5 here in the fourth. Quick set to the middle. Pushed back by the Raiders. Far side Heath just going to get this one over. Raiders scrambling. Flippo gets it back across. Here come the Jets. Far side. Little scrambling going on both sides. Fairlawn goes to Heath. That one I don't even think made it over. Hit the net. It's 5-5 Raiders. Hazel Francis, freshman, in for the Raiders. On that last rotation, substitution, that ball finds the floor. It's 6-5 Fairlawn. Judy back to serving. There's a nice kill in the middle. Polling for the Raiders. Substitution, Bell in and Daypor in for the Raiders. It's 6-6 here. Judy goes to Hinman. Raiders push it back. Judy across to Heath. Raiders pick that one up. Daypor middle to Poling. I think that's hit the net, not a player, and that was out of bounds.
Thought it might have caught some hair, but it didn't.
It's 7-6. Fairlawn pushes back into the lead by 1 here in the fourth. Rushi goes to Bell. Miller finds the floor. His brother Heath, Cassie Heath, number 26 on the far side, sophomore. Nice cut. It's 8-6. Jets lead. And there's an ace. Misplayed in the back row by Raiders. A nice serve there. Little knuckle on that one. It's 9-6, and Russia is going to take a timeout, a precision strip timeout. We'll take it with you. Again, it's 9-6 on the First National Bank scoreboard here on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
I'd like to remind everybody, scoreboard sponsor tonight is First National Bank. Keys to the game is Keyhole Pizza, and timeouts are sponsored by Precision Strip. Here come the Raiders. They go to Bell. Nicely done there by Cassie Heath. Goes from one corner to the other. Gets the kill. It's 10-6. Timeout didn't stop the momentum. The Jets keep on going with Hinman back to serve. They pour to the middle. Polling. There's a point for the Raiders. They stop the bleeding. It's 10-7. That was all accomplished with the Raiders pulling in the front row. She has to go to the back row, but serving now. She served very well in the third. We'll see what she can do here. Jets answer much better there. Nice pick up by the Raiders. Scott. Middle by Hulskamp. Misplayed there by Rushi. Finds the floor. It's 11-7.
Scott's momentum was taking her back, and trying to turn her shoulders and get behind that ball and get square to the setter was tough there.
Heath back to serve for Fairlawn. Trying to keep that momentum, and here comes Scott. Nicely done. Finds the floor, finds the door, and it's down the hallway.
And she still had to reach across her body and cut that ball back to get that kill, and that's a tough play.
Okay,
we're going to start without the line.
Without the line judge. Line
He's
judge
trying to be
chasing the
helpful.
ball. All right, we're set back up here again. Here come the Raiders. Jets trying to build on this lead. Free ball for Rushi. Scott. Nicely picked up there by Fairlawn. And just dinks over off the top of the net. Addison Swearingen gets the kill. It's 12-8.
She's had a lot of attacks tonight, and she does a fantastic job. My guess would be she has probably 3/4 of their kills.
So service error on the Fairlawn Jets. Substitution will bring in Gibson for the Raiders. Down 12-9. Fairlawn's Hulskamp picked up by Rushi. Scott is going to push it over. That one blocked out of bounds.
A little bit of a quick set there, and the Raider block had a hard time getting over there and getting set, just throwing their arms up and unfortunately blocking it out of bounds.
9-13, Julie Hulskamp serving for Jackson. There's a missed set on the Raider side, quickly put back by Hinman. Drove it right back down on Rushi, and it's 14-9. Hulskamp again. Better handled by the Raiders. Picked up by Jackson. Swearingen. Here comes Scott. And that finds the floor.
During the New Bremen game, we talked a little bit about Poling and her new role of having to play all 6 positions on the floor. And that last serve you saw where she had a fantastic serve receive. And, you know, that's not her norm, and she did a fantastic job there.
He was just thinking over. Here comes Swearingen. Block back, and that hits the line. Raiders get the point. It's 11-14. Fairlawn leading. Going to be a free ball for the Raiders. Set to the middle. Poling with the kill.
The Raiders need to stay with Poling in the front row. And I know they've talked a lot about spreading the offense out, but you don't want to let Fairlawn hang around at all. You need to try to put them away. You know, they've got the lead right now, and going to Poling is going to do that.
Service error by the Raiders gives the ball back to Fairlawn in the serve. Swearingen. Nicely done. A little bit of scramble for the Jets. They're just going to get this one over. They're going to call a double on that one.
That's the first one of the game.
It is. It took a while to get there. But I think it's been played fairly cleanly.
It has. I mentioned the one earlier, that's about the only one that I've seen. But you get some umpires that are double heavy.
Free ball for the Jets. Far side. Ooh. Nice kill through the block attempt on the Raiders. It's 16-13.
That one looked like there was cement in the feet. And the Raiders couldn't get moving there. The ball's in slow motion, and they just couldn't get going to pick it up.
Poling with another nice kill. So Raiders trying to dig their way back into this one. Fairlawn holding steady. 2-point lead here in the fourth, 16-14. Henman block. Borchers right there. Raiders now push it within one, 15-16. Daypor serving. Jets trying to stop it, and they can't. An ace for the senior.
Emma does a nice job of just sliding that serve right over the top of the net. Her and Cardi Scott both do that really good.
He's tied up here for the first time in a long time in the fourth set. Fairlawn trying to get the momentum back. That one's pushed out of bounds. Heath on the far side trying to find a gap, couldn't. It's Raiders lead 17-16.
The Raiders are on the run right now that they need. They took the lead in that point, and there it goes.
Ill-timed for the Raiders, service error.
It's like walks in baseball and softball. They'll kill you. Service errors will kill you.
Ties things at 17. Looking like the third set. That goes out of bounds.
Or serve receive errors, both of those. Anything that's got the word serve in it.
Fairlawn climbs back into the lead with a 2-point run there, 18-17. Here comes Hinman. And there's another ace. It's 19-17. Fairlawn refusing to go away here, battled back. And Rushie's coach, Aaron Watkins, calls a precision strip timeout. Trailing 17-19 here in the fourth. We'll take a timeout with them here on NK Telco Sports.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
Welcome back to NK Telco Sports. We're here at Russia in the fourth set. Fairlawn leads 19-17. Russia leads 2-1 in games. Raiders battling nicely, picked up by Fairlawn. They're refusing to go away, just going to get this one over. Free ball. Raiders go to the middle, not going to stop that one. Pulling puts it down to stop the slide. A 3-point run by the Jets ended there. It's now 19-18 in favor of the Jets. Hulskamp is going to get it over. Daypore comes near side to Scott. Blocked back nicely. Number 4. Maya Hulskamp, the junior, right there on the net. Puts that one back.
That was a huge block.
That was for the Jets. That takes momentum right back on their side. Lead 20-18. They've got the serve. Raiders going to try again. Nicely blocked one more time by Hulskamp. Scott just going to get it, take it over. Hulskamp can't react enough this time.
You know, we talked about spreading around the offense, and Polling's now in the back row, and Scott puts the ball away, but they're starting to time her up a little bit, and you've seen the last couple of plays where they've gotten their hands on her attacks.
Right on the line, Judges right there. Nicely placed by Swearingen. Takes the momentum right back. Fairlawn holding Russia from getting any big runs here in the fourth and control things. Up by 2, but there's Carly Scott with a nice cut. 21-20. Fairlawn leads here in the fourth. Raiders get the serve back, and in comes Ava Gibson, freshman setter.
The nice thing here is the Raider front row brings a large block in Molenkamp and Dosek back into the room.
Scott cuts it nicely right in front of Hulskamp. Ties things up at 21.
Hulskamp said, I'm graduating this year, but so are you. I'm so glad I'm going to play against you much more. You know, when Scott and Poling, you know, they have the opportunity to run for Player of the Year. Those two have the ability to be in the front run. And, you know, those back row defenders are tired of seeing them.
With that, Fairlawn does take a timeout, a precision strip timeout. Again, the score is tied. 21's on the First National Bank scoreboard. We are in the fourth. The Raiders lead 2-1. Trying to put this one away, keep it from going into the 5. Gibson to serve. She overserves that one. Just what the Raiders didn't need, just what Fairlawn wanted to see happen. And they're up one, 22-21 with the serve. See if Russia can answer. They go to the middle to Scott, and they do answer and tie things up at 22.
Hopefully Scott maintains her aggressiveness serving like she does at the net. And she's always been an aggressive server, so hopefully she doesn't take anything off of it to try to put this game away.
Quick hit try by the Jets, doesn't make it. A dink by Russia, however, Poling does. And Raiders take the lead, 23-22. It's been a while since the Raiders have been in the lead. I think it was 17-16 when they last led. Here comes Fairlawn, Raiders pick it up. Gibson goes to the middle to Poling. Triple block there on the Fairlawn side, but cannot hold back. It's 24-22. Russia. Fairlawn takes a precision strip timeout. We'll take a timeout with them here on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
We're at set match here. 24-22 Russia in the fourth, up 2-1. And serving, here comes Scott, the senior for the Raiders. Picked up by the Jets, far side, Hinman, and she finds a gap. And keeps this one rolling. It's 24-23. Russia leading, but the Jets now have the serve, and it's in the hands of senior Addison Swearingen, who's been serving well all night for the Jets. Here come the Raiders pulling, not that time. And that ends at 25-23. Nice battle on both sides, but the Raiders take tonight's match 3-1. We'll take a quick timeout, a precision strip timeout. We'll be right back with the game stats and the NK Telco player of the game right after this precision strip timeout. Welcome back to NK Telco Sports. This is Tim Kearns alongside Tanya Hammonds. We finish things up tonight. Raiders hold on to win 3-1. Several tough matches through the set tonight, ending the final one 23 rather. So it went 25-17, 22-25, 25-8, and 25-23 to end things up. Tanya, let's look at the unofficial stats and talk about our NK Telco player of the game.
Thanks, Tim. For the Jets tonight, I had 21 kills, 10 aces, 5 serve-receive errors, and 7 blocks. For the Raiders, I had 54 kills, 11 aces, 17 service errors, and 13 blocks. And as we discussed, we went with Ronnie Poling as our NK Telco player of the game.
Yep, great game on both sides. Fairlawn Jets battling the Raiders all the way through this one. But then again, the Raiders come out on top 3-1. And Ronnie Poling is our NK Telco player of the game. Just a reminder, the Raiders are out to Houston on Thursday. Next Tuesday we'll be home against Marion Local and Anna. The Fairlawn Jets Thursday against Anna. Saturday they are in a Labor Day invite tournament. Next Tuesday they're at Balkans. Next Thursday they play Fort Laramie. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight on NK Telco Sports. This is Tim Kearns for Tanya Hammond saying goodnight and see you next week.